Hello, good morning all my dear students. So we are back here again with one more new video. In today's session we are going to talk about the classification of the halogen derivatives. Right, in the last period we had seen the classification of the hydrocarbons and what is the hydrocarbons, right? In today's lecture we are going to see the classification of halogen derivatives. So let's come here, classification of halogen derivatives. So this is our topic. Give the heading, classification of the halogen derivatives. So they can be classified on the basis of parent hydrocarbon, and they can be classified on the basis of number of halogen atoms, right? So they can be classified into two types, that is on the basis of parent hydrocarbon and on the basis of number of halogen atoms attached to it. Now we'll see first one on the basis of parent hydrocarbon. Now what is the parent hydrocarbon? Last year in the hydrocarbons we had learned that what is the parent hydrocarbon. For example, methane. Methane becomes the parent hydrocarbon containing only one carbon atom. Then ethane. Ethane contains the two carbon atom. Propane. Propane contains the three carbon atom. So that chain, carbon chain of 1, 2 and 3, that becomes your parent hydrocarbon. So based on that parent hydrocarbon we can further classify them into haloalkanes, then haloalkenes, then haloalkynes and haloarenes, right? So these are the four category of classification. On the basis of parent alkane they can be classified as haloalkanes, haloalkenes, haloalkynes and haloarenes. Now here I can take the example of a haloalkanes. For example, if I take this as a parent hydrocarbon, now what is this? This is the methane. Methane I have taken it as the parent hydrocarbon. Now in this case, when you replace one of the hydrogen atom by the chlorine atom, it becomes CH3Cl plus HCl, right? So this is nothing but the methyl chloride is obtained, right? This becomes your haloalkane. This becomes your haloalkane, right? Then haloalkenes. Now here in this case, when you replace, for alkenes I will take the example CH2 double bond CH2. As we know that alkenes are the unsaturated compounds, so we are going to take the double bonded compound. So here in this case, when one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by the chlorine atom, then it becomes CH2 double bond CHCl plus HCl. Are you understanding, my dear students? Right? So here in this case of a haloalkanes, we are replacing one hydrogen of the alkane. Here in this case we are replacing one hydrogen of the alkene, and in the third case we will replace the hydrogen of the alkyne. Now what is alkyne? CH triple bond CH. CH triple bond CH. So when you replace one of the hydrogen by Cl2, it becomes CH triple bond C Cl plus HCl, right? So my dear students, I hope that you might have understood that how this haloalkanes, haloalkenes and haloalkynes are obtained. Okay, now let's see about the haloarenes. What is haloarenes? Now in the case of an haloarenes, it contains the aromatic compound, that is the benzene ring. So one of the hydrogen atom of the benzene is replaced by the chlorine atom. So this becomes your chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene, and this is the benzene, right? So here in this case, this chlorobenzene is nothing but the haloarine. See, this is arene. This is arene, and this arene, we are replacing one of the hydrogen of the arene by the chlorine to get converted into chlorobenzene plus HCl, right? So I hope that you have understood this four subcategories. They can be classified on the basis of the number of halogen atoms, and they can be classified on the basis of the parent hydrocarbon. So on the basis of parent hydrocarbon, they can be classified as haloalkanes, haloalkenes, haloalkynes, and haloarenes. So I have given you all the examples. You can note it down, these examples. Okay, now let's go further. We'll see the further classification. Now in the further classification, they can be classified on the basis of number of hydrogen atoms. On the basis of number of halogen atoms, right? So let's see this classification. Now on the basis of number of halogen atoms, they can be further classified into four categories. That is the monohalogen derivatives, dihalogen derivatives, trihalogen derivatives, and polyhalogen derivatives. Are you understanding, my dear students? See, this is mono. Mono means containing a single halogen atom, that is said to be a mono. Di means containing the two halogen atoms. Tri means containing the three halogen atoms. Poly means containing the four halogen atoms. So here we are going to replace by only one single halogen atom. Here we are going to replace by the two halogen atoms. Here we are going to replace by the three halogen atoms. And here we are going to replace by the four halogen atoms. So let's take the example of each of them, then you will come to know. Now here I will take CH4. Right? In the case of CH4, when you replace one hydrogen by the chlorine, it becomes the CH3Cl. Right? So this becomes your monohalogen derivative because replacement of only one hydrogen by one chlorine. Then come here CH4, again same example. Now here I am replacing the two hydrogens. When I replace the two hydrogens, what will happen? By 2 chlorine, it will be CH2Cl2. Now this becomes your dihalogen derivative because you are replacing two hydrogens by the two chlorine atoms. In the case of trihalogen, same example, minus H3 plus 3Cl, it gives you CHCl3, right? I gave you that day example. CHCl3 is nothing but the chloroform, or we can say it is a trichloromethane. So in this case, you can see that the three hydrogen atoms are replaced by the three chlorine atoms. Now what is here? Here poly means four halogen atoms. So we are going to replace all the four hydrogens of a methane by the four halogen atoms. Now here it becomes CCl4, right? So this CCl4 is nothing but the carbon tetrachloride. So I hope that the picture is very much clear to all of you, that this is mono. Mono means a single halogen atom replacement. Di means two halogen, tri means three halogen, and poly means four halogen atoms, right? Okay, now the classification is not over yet. Now this particular monohalogen derivatives, this monohalogen derivatives can be further classified on the basis of nature of the carbon atom. Monohalogen derivatives are further classified on the basis of nature of carbon atom. Right? Now what is the nature of the carbon atom? See, this is a CX bond which is formed. Right? So whenever the CX bond is formed, in this case the nature of the carbon can be of a three types. It can be either sp3, it can be sp2, or it can be sp hybridization. So we have learned about the hybridization concept last year in our 11th standard, right? sp3, sp2, sp carbon can exist in all the three kinds of a hybridization. That is the alkane, sp3, alkene, sp2, alkynes, sp. Right? So here we are going to see on the basis of nature of the carbon atom. So let's see, they can be further classified as alkyl halides. Alkyl halides. Right? Now what is the alkyl halides? In the case of an alkyl halides, you will see that CX bond is formed. That means the bond between the carbon and the halogen is formed. But this carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. This carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. But here the carbon chain, see, the carbon chain is aliphatic and saturated. Aliphatic and saturated. This is very, very important. Saturated means it is containing the carbon-carbon single bond are present and then the halogen atom is placed. Whenever the carbon-carbon single bond and the halogen atom is placed, it is said to be the alkyl halides. Right? I hope that you are understanding it. And the carbon atom, the nature of the carbon atom is sp3 hybridization. Okay. Now I will give you example of the alkyl halides. This alkyl halides can be also classified into three types. That is primary alkyl halides, secondary alkyl halides, tertiary alkyl halides. Right? Okay, so let's understand one by one with the example how to identify the primary, secondary and the tertiary alkyl halides, right? So here I am going to take the example of the primary alkyl halide, CH3, CH2, CH2Cl, right? So here you can see the nature of this carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. The nature is sp3 hybridized. Then let's take the second example. This is the primary alkyl halide. Primary alkyl halide. Why it is called as the primary alkyl halide? Because you can see that this carbon atom is attached to only single carbon or only one carbon atom. That is why it is called as the primary alkyl halide, or it is also said to be 1 degree alkyl halide. Are you understanding it? Then CH3, CH, CH2, CH3 and Cl. Right? Now this is the case of a secondary alkyl halide. This is the case of secondary alkyl halide. Or you can also say it is the 2 degree alkyl halide. Are you understanding? Why 2 degree? Why secondary? Because this carbon atom is attached to 2 carbon atoms, one here and one on this side, right? So it becomes the secondary alkyl halide. Now the nature of this carbon atom is again sp3 hybridized, right? I hope that you are understanding, my dear students. Okay, now third one, third example, CH3, C, CH3, CH2, CH3, Cl, right? So here in this case, the nature of the carbon atom is sp3 only, but here the carbon atom is attached to 3 carbons, one here and one here. So it becomes the tertiary alkyl halide. Tertiary alkyl halide, or we can say it is the 3 degree alkyl halides. So my dear students, I hope that you are understanding this. Then next category we have of classification. They can be classified on the basis of nature of carbon atom. Second one is allylic halide, right, under the same category, right, that is on the basis of nature of carbon atom they can be classified as alkyl halide or allylic halide or benzylic halide, right, and aryl halide. So second category we are seeing. What is allylic halide? Allylic halide means here also the carbon and halogen bond is formed, but what is the difference here? Here you can see that the carbon atom or the halogen atom is bonded to a double bonded carbon. Are you understanding? This halogen atom is bonded to a double bonded carbon, that is said to be the allyl halide, allylic halide, and we can say that it is a unsaturated compound. It is the unsaturated compound, right, to which halogen atom is attached. What is the case? What was the case of alkyl halide? In the case of alkyl halide, it was aliphatic, containing a straight chain, and it was the saturated compound, right? But here in this case, it is the unsaturated compound. So this is the difference. Then the third category is benzylic halide. Benzylic halide. Now what does this word means, benzylic halide? Benzylic halide means containing the aromatic ring or the aromatic nucleus. So here also in the aromatic nucleus carbon and X bond is formed, that is the halogen bond is formed, and this carbon atom is also sp3 hybridized. See, again the nature of the carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. Now here we can say take the example of benzene. Benzene see, this is the example of the benzylic halide, right? This is the first benzene ring, and to the second position carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen and chlorine atom. So this becomes your benzylic halide. Okay, next we'll see the dihalogen derivatives, classification of dihalogen derivatives. Now this dihalogen derivatives are also classified into two types, that is vicinal dihalide vicinal dihalide and geminal dihalide. Geminal dihalide. Now what is vicinal dihalide? Now let's take one simple example and understand. C2H6, this is nothing but the ethane, right? So in this case C2H6 we can split it and write CH3CH3, right? Now here there are two possibilities. See, the replacement of the hydrogen can be from this carbon only, right? The replacement of the hydrogen, two hydrogens can be one carbon, or it can be from both the carbons. So when the replacement of the hydrogen takes place on the one carbon only, see, both the hydrogens are coming out. So CH right? So two hydrogens are replaced by the two chlorine atoms, so it becomes the X and X. Then here the second possibility is one hydrogen from here and one hydrogen from here. So it may be CH2, CH2, Cl and Cl. Are you understanding, my dear students? See, what is vicinal dihalide? Vicinal dihalide means that whenever the halogen atoms are adjacent to each other, see, adjacent to each other, neighbor to each other, they are called as the vicinal dihalide. What is geminal dihalide? Whenever the particular halogen atoms are on the same carbon atom, it is said to be the geminal dihalides. I hope that you have understood this concept of classification of the halogen derivatives. Okay, the rest of the things we'll see it in the next period. Thank you very much.